Hello, this is Mr. House, and today we are going to learn how to make a website using Wix.com. So go to a browser, Safari or Google Chrome, and type in Wix.com. You can press pause on this video right now, actually go to a browser and go to Wix.com, and then come back to the video when you're ready. Alright, here we go. Click on Start Now, and then click on Sign Up. The email you use will be your APS Gmail, which is your student ID number, something like this, at aps.edu. You have to type it again exactly the way it is. It's very important that this email is indeed your student ID number at aps.edu. Next, your password can be anything that's easy to remember. This password you'll be sharing with myself or Mr. Goodwin. That way, in case you forget it, we can help you sign back in. So for right now, I'll have you use student1. You can use that or one. If you want to use a different one, make sure you share it with myself or Mr. Goodwin. Next, you should see this page. If you don't see this page, raise your hand and myself or Mr. Goodwin will help you. Next, let's click on Other. And then from here, we're going to start with Wix Editor. Next, there are a lot of amazing templates to choose, but we need to start with a blank template. So choose Blank Template. And then we will start from scratch. Go ahead and click right on Edit. This takes us into the Wix editor. You can pause the video and catch up right now. You'll notice that Wix will give you help videos all the time. For right now, please close out of those and follow along. Alright, you'll notice we have a blank page and it says we're set to home. First, I want you to click Add, Text, and then come down to Title. So we have a large title heading. We're just going to click and drag this into the header. You'll notice it says Attach to Header. And then again, tutorial comes up, click out of that. And then you can either click Edit Text or double click on the text itself. So we're going to title this website using your name. So if your first name is, say, Sam, you'll type Sam and then the first letter of your last name. In this case, it'll be Sam, Allen, let's say. I put a dot. And then next, if you're in my class, you'll type CG-1 for computer graphics first period. If you're in Mr. Goodwin's class, you'll write TA-1 for tech assistant first period. Once you've titled it, click out here, and then you can click and drag your title over to the left and center it. That little purple line shows you've centered it. Next, let's click down on the page here, and we can change the page background. Right now, I want you to find something that looks nice and is light in color. So this one might be good, Swaying Palms. Or this one with a snowboard. Let's try that. Alright, click out. And you'll notice that it's in the background here and the page design, the page is right here. So let's change that so we can see our snowboard. So I click on the design pen and then come down to Customize Design. Now we can change the fill color and opacity. Notice as I bring opacity down, you start to be able to see the snowboarder. Let's take it right to 50. So double click on the number and type in 50. And now let's close. So what that does is allows us to put items on the page that we can see, but we still see the background. Next, let's change our title so that we can see it better. So click on the title, edit text, and then come down here to color. Let's pick a color that shows up a little better. A light blue or a white would work. Close it. Click off here, and you'll notice everything's coming together. All right. Next, we're going to add a page. So let's come up to the page menu, and now hover down to add a page. Click on page, and you'll type portfolio. And you'll notice that a new page has come up, and it also has a white background. So you might need to change that if you're going to keep it similar to your home page. Notice when I click on the home page, it changes back to that setting where we see the snowboarder. Okay, we can change the portfolio later. Let's go back to home page and close this up. Pause the video at any time and catch up with what I'm doing. You can even reverse, go back, make sure you're following along. Next, we're going to add a blog to our site. So come down here, click on Start Blogging, and Add Now. Next, click on Manage Your Blog. And this will take us into the blog manager. So it lists posts that we have, but we don't have any yet. So let's create a new post. And I'm just going to title this My First Post. So that's the title. It automatically puts a date here. I'm going to click down here and say, this is my first blog post. Why not some exclamation marks? Okay, then I can push publish post, and it's published it here. So again, this is the blog manager. It just lists the posts. Let's close out of the blog manager here and Xing here. And now we see that we're on the blog page, and I see my first post is listed here. All right, let's go back to the home page, and you notice we're back to our snowboarder. Right now, there's an important thing we need to do, and that is save our video. Our website. So let's click on Save, and the title that you're going to save the site as is the same as the title. So SamATA1 is what I'll save it right now. Again, it is your first name plus the first letter of your last name, and then if you're in Mr. Goodwin's class, it's TA1. If you're in Mr. House's class, it's CG1. Click on the check and click Done. All right, next, let's move around the position of some of our pages. Click on the home page, and I want the blog page to be on top of the portfolio. So I click and drag this pad, and it moves it up. So I've just changed the order. Now, if I want to navigate with a website, I need a menu. So let's click on the home page, close, and now go to the Add, and then come down to Menu. Click on Menu, and let's choose this one. I think this one will work pretty well. I click and drag this menu up to the header. We want to put it in the header. Let go, and there it is. Now right away, I want this menu to be under the title, but there isn't enough room right now. So I'm going to click on the header, and right over here there's an arrow, and it allows me to move this down a bit. And then I can click and drag my menu right underneath. And see how it lines up? Wix is really smart. It'll let you line things up. Okay, so now I see I have a menu with home, blog, portfolio. Let's save this. Click done. And now click on preview. And let's see what your site looks like so far. So it has this video of skier and snowboarder, which is pretty awesome. And then I can click to the blog page. And notice that video is still behind my page, but here is my first blog post. And then if I go to portfolio, it shows the portfolio, which was that standard blank page we added, which you don't have anything on there yet. So as you fill up your website with other content from myself or Mr. Goodwin, you will make this your own. And thank you so much for learning.